Tonight, Shedeur Sanders made the entire National Football League look like a whole bunch of petty fools, in some cases, racist fools, in many cases, Dion despising fools. Tonight at Carolina, Shedeur Sanders made all those teams that had 143 chances to draft him before he went 144th. He shamed all of them, including the Cleveland Browns, who finally took him in the 5th round. I'm convinced only because the owner, the publicity-starved owner, just wanted some more shock value publicity. Oh, we took him because he knew what would happen, that the national media would descend on Browns camp, make it a story that might distract the rest of the world from the mess that Jimmy Haslam has made of the Cleveland Browns, especially after he gave $230 million to Deshaun Watson. Good Lord, have mercy. I said before last college season started that Shedeur Sanders should go number 1 overall. It was either he or Travis, 1, 2, 2, 1, and I would go every time with the quarterback because he is the quarterback. He is him. He is the son of the greatest cornerback and, to me, the greatest athlete ever. Greatness flows through his veins, and I said it all year long. He should go 1 in the draft, ahead of Cam Ward.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it, not me. He said it, not me. Like, comment, subscribers, y'all pull up, man. He said it, not me. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Big JTV, man. Appreciate y'all. Smash that like button. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, comment, subscribe. Shedeur. Perfect timing, Shedeur. And look, before Skip Bayless unleashed, he was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. And I'm going to commend Skip Bayless for staying on this from Jump Street. And when I say from Jump Street, he was one of the first people to really push the, you know what I mean, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders train. He was one of the first people to push the line on Shedeur Sanders as a number 1 overall pick. Yes, I'm going to tell y'all back in the day, and it's not even that long ago, he was saying that Shedeur Sanders should be the number 1 overall pick over Cam Ward, over Travis Hunter. And for me, I personally did not believe it. I thought Travis Hunter should have went number 2 to Cleveland. And I thought that Travis Hunter probably should have went number 1 to the Titans. But guess what? I was also okay with Cam Ward going the number 1 to the Titans. And let me tell you this. I would be shocked if Cam Ward had a better performance than Shedeur Sanders just did today. 14 for 23, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he had a lot on the ground, by the way, 4 rushes for 19 yards. And guess what? A lot of them rushes were actually a lot of, you know what I mean, extending plays, moving the ball and moving the outside of the pocket, evading a ton of sacks. And he played, let me tell you this, a great game. An amazing game. He did miss some throws. I'm not going to pretend like it was perfect. He did sometimes force some throws, right? But I think that's his nature. That's his nature. He is a playmaker. But let me tell you something that I liked about Shedeur. He was very accurate with his passing. And his passes were not reckless. He wasn't just throwing it out just to throw it. Let me tell you something. The reason Jameis Winston right now is the backup quarterback for the New York Giants is because Jameis Winston is going to throw the ball down the field for sure. But he's also going to be reckless. Right? And when I say reckless, that's quote-unquote gunslinger. We're talking about Brett Favre territory. Now, as great as Brett Favre was, Brett Favre threw a lot of interceptions, man. A lot of interceptions. You see how you have, you know what I mean, that 30 for 30 that Jameis Winston did, right? I think there was a certain point where Brett Favre was going 20 for 15. consecutive seasons. He did a lot of 20 for 15. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield did a 20 for 20. Yeah, Baker Mayfield had like 25 TDs and 20 picks. Right? You don't see that with a guy like Shedeur Sanders, man. You didn't see that in his first preseason game here facing the second string, third string Carolina Panthers. Now look, let me tell you something. These preseason games, they don't matter, but they also do matter. Why do they matter and why don't they matter? They matter in the sense that this is about getting on the team and the squad and making the final 53. The final 53-man roster. Shedeur Sanders is in a quarterback room with 6 guys. 6 guys. You got Tyler Huntley there. You got him, Shedeur. You got Joe Flacco. You got Kenny Pickett. You got Gabriel Daniels, my bad. Like, that's already 5 that I mentioned. There's a 6th one that I'm missing, but there's 6 quarterbacks on that roster. I think the 6th probably is Deshaun Watson, but he's done for the season. He's rehabbing on a tear that he retore while he was having rehab. So I'm telling you right now, when this goes into 2026, and we don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback in Cleveland. My hope, and I said this so many times, and I think a lot of people are going to it, I hope that Shedeur balls out and he leaves Cleveland. There's something about Cleveland and quarterbacks that's not only snake-bitten, but I think is almost a curse, brother. This is where quarterbacks go to die, and I don't think it's even the system. I don't even think it's the offensive coordinator. I just think that overall as a team, Cleveland does not know how to manage quarterbacks. They had Baker Mayfield in that building, I think about 3-4 years ago, who took them in a playoff game and won versus the Steelers. This is the first playoff game the Browns had won in 20-some years. And guess what they did with that guy? They got rid of him. They got rid of that guy. Right? And see, that's the problem, man. The Cleveland Browns are allergic to success. They're allergic to quarterback success. And let me say this. Shedeur Sanders is better than the Browns. He's better than the Browns. That's why I would have loved if Travis Hunter came to the Cleveland Browns, because he would have been a perfect fit, especially playing opposite of Denzel Ward, especially playing opposite of Jerry Jeudy, especially playing, presumably, with Joe Flacco as a starting quarterback for the Browns, because Joe Flacco is definitely going to air it out. That's a big reason that Joe Flacco is Joe Flacco. He's going to air it out. He has a lot of Jameis Winston in him, right? And this is what I love about Shedeur. Shedeur kept the ball safe, no turnovers. I think he could have got even 3 touchdowns. He had an amazing connection with this receiver called Brendan Bates. Caden Davis. I believe he's been some kind of, bounce around receiver in the league, and he's probably trying to make the team. But Shedeur Sanders gave him a day, and I'm telling you right now, Shedeur probably made Caden Davis a Cleveland Brown by the end of this training camp, because those were clutch throws. And guess what? He threw them right in the spot, in the bucket, for Caden Davis to catch them. And guess what? That does not surprise me. Why doesn't it surprise me? Because Shedeur was the most accurate quarterback in college football last season. He had like a 74% completion percentage. Let me tell you something, man. Something that's mandatory in the NFL for you to be a starting quarterback is for you to have a damn near 62% completion percentage. There's individuals, I'm talking about Anthony Richardson, who had 53% in college and damn near 55 in the pros and was starting for the Indianapolis Colts. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Multiple backup quarterbacks were playing last season, including actually Tyler Huntley, who's actually playing for Cleveland right now, who had a way worse completion percentage than Shedeur Sanders. That's why when he fell in the draft and he was drafted in the 5th round, it was an insult to not only the fans, but to the whole, concept of football, a meritocracy, something that is without subjective bias. it is an offense to not only the fans, but to the whole concept of sports. You know what I mean? You get what you deserve and how you play on the field. And that's the sad part. I'm telling you right now, I want Shedeur to outplay the Cleveland Browns and go on the LA Rams. He needs to be on the Rams. Because a story that people are not talking about is that Stafford is injured again. And Stafford is going to have issues playing and starting week 1. Right? Who better than Shedeur Sanders to take that opening snap in SoFi Stadium, man? Hey, man, let me know how y'all feel about it. Big J TV. Shedeur, perfect timings. 2 TDs on they bum-hating ASS. Let's go, Shedeur. Let's go. We rooting for you on this side. Big J TV, I'm out.